Welcome back. Today I'm gonna be cooking two of my favorite recipes from Nick's new cookbook, Knife Drop. I have my own copy here that Nick signed for me, and Nick was nice enough to leave me a little message. It says, Manny, my #1 OG. We've done and accomplished so much together. Can't wait to see what's next. ND. I've decided to go with Nick's viral pasta chips. Nick actually made these for me at work one time and they are delicious. The second thing I'm making today, which I was also lucky enough to have at work, is Nick's maple lemon bacon. He made this for me right when we started working together around 3 years ago, and I'll never forget it. And today I get to make it. All right, let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna prep is my candied bacon. Before you do anything with bacon, you're gonna wanna get a full-size baking tray with a grate and then line it with tin foil so when all the fat starts to drip when it's baking, it catches it and it's easier to clean. The next thing you're gonna wanna have is about a pound of uncured bacon. You're then gonna take this bacon, slice by slice, and put it on your tray. I like to put them this way because I think they fit perfectly. Now I'm just gonna put my final piece of bacon on. I have 3 pieces of bacon left. Don't make them go to waste. Use them for tomorrow for breakfast. The next thing I'm gonna do is take some grade A maple syrup and go down, oh my God, that's way too much. And I'm gonna go down onto my bacon and just put it on. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm gonna take this silicone brush and I'm just gonna brush it in to make sure it's fully coating every single strip of bacon. Make sure all the bacon is fully coated. Once you feel like you've brushed the maple syrup into every nook and cranny of this bacon, and take your brown sugar and just sprinkle it all over your bacon. And I'm just gonna take my paintbrush here and pat the sugar in. And as you can see, the brown sugar kind of starts to dissolve in the maple syrup. Now this is the part where I'm gonna add my own little twist. I hope Nick doesn't get mad, but I think this adds a little extra flair and flavor, and I think it's a great touch. My main ingredients are gonna be some garlic powder and some black pepper. So you're gonna take some black pepper in addition to what Nick recommends. You're gonna go over the bacon. Again, with all these ingredients, I just wanna really thoroughly coat every single slice. I'm gonna take my garlic powder and go over every single slice as well. All right, the next step is I'm gonna put this in the oven at 425 degrees. I've already preheated my oven. I'm gonna leave it in there for 12 minutes. Then I'm gonna take it out, flip it based on Nick's recipe, do the same thing we just did on the other side of the bacon, and then put it back in for 12 minutes. And now we're gonna put it in the oven at 425 degrees for 12 minutes. After the 12 minutes is up, take your bacon out and coat it with the same ingredients we did before. Go on with the maple syrup, brown sugar, garlic powder, and pepper. And then toss it back in. While I let the bacon finish in the oven, let's get started with the pasta chips. I have a pot of boiling water to my right, and I have 2 cups of pasta bow ties to my left. I'm just gonna toss this in and let it cook for 15 minutes. Woo. While I wait for my pasta to cook, I'm gonna take some good Parmesan, and I'm gonna grate around 3/4 cups to a cup if you want more cheese. This cheese is gonna go on the pasta once it's done cooking, along with a couple other spices. While your pasta is cooking, don't forget to constantly stir so nothing sticks to the bottom or the sides of the pan. After 12 to 15 minutes, you can take your bacon out and let it rest for a little bit. Our pasta has finished cooking and is al dente, and I'm going to pour it into the sink. Also, I just want to say I did salt my pasta. All right, so just strain your pasta. Now I'm just gonna grab a bowl. Now I'm gonna add my fresh Parmesan cheese that I just grated. After you add your Parmesan in, you're gonna go with some pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of flaky salt. Then just mix it up until it's thoroughly combined. The only thing left to do is to toss this into an air fryer at 400 degrees for around 15 minutes. Now I just grabbed my air fryer from the pantry. I'm gonna take a piece of tin foil and line the bottom of my tray so that I can easily take this out. Then I'm gonna grab my pasta and just toss it onto the bottom here. And now the last step, just toss it in your air fryer at 400 degrees and wait 15 minutes. Our 15 minutes are up and that's check on our pasta. See? That is perfect. I'm gonna take this entire piece of tin foil out of here and dump my pasta into here. Nick recommends eating this with some sort of dip. I've chosen marinara. I think it'll work perfectly. Zach, this is so good.
Nick, stop eating.
Wow. All right. I've let my candied bacon rest for around 10 minutes and I think it's ready to try. Let's try it. Oh my God. What are you doing? Did I say you could have one? You're fired, Zach. What are you doing? These 2 recipes are simple and one of my 2 favorite recipes in Nick's new cookbook. If you're interested in Knife Drop, I'll leave a link below. That's it for today. I'll see you next time.